Welcome back, everybody, to the brand new freedom action adventure game, Sonic Frontiers. I'm joined by my friend David, and I know the joke. This game is not that new. Say hi to the people.
Yes. Hey everyone, okay, Boy here, and yes, we all Sonic. He's a God. He's aware not new. He's just saying that.
Well, that's because that's what the trailer said.
Although, what about the ring portal? I never.
That's how you get to the final horizon. I know for a fact you've seen that portal.
No, when I did it, it just took me there from the end of the last temple.
David, I promise you, I rewatched your stream. That is not true. I know I'm right. Anyhow, this island is the hardest island, but then again, it's the last island, so that makes sense.
Yep.
This is personally my favorite island out of all of them. And with Final Horizon, it has become my even more favorite island.
Final Horizon only takes place on this island.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah. Anyhow, some of these puzzles are brain dead, but then you remember that many of these puzzles were supposed to be in Chronos, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that is the tragedy of this game, gentlemen. This game was supposed to just be Sonic lands on Chronos, he fights Giganto, rescues Amy, end of game.
Really? That was meant to be it?
Yes. This was Project Sonic 2020, but then the pandemic came around, and then the government locked everything down, so no one could do anything. So they got delayed to 2021, where it was just supposed to be Chronos, but then Izuka-san was like, no, Sega, we don't have time. We need to fix this. And I don't know how Izuka-san did it, but he convinced corporate office Sega to give them an extension.
Oh, thank God they allowed it, because I cannot imagine voices being just Giganto and that's it.
I'm trying to imagine how this game was supposed to be if it came out in the original 2020 time slot.
Would have been shorter.
Would have been... Yeah, but I also try to figure out, like, what would have that game looked like? What would the story have been? Would have been tragic, honestly. This game also showed me that most of the Sonic fans are young bloods now. They're not the old heads anymore. Too many Sonic fans nowadays haven't even played Generations because it's too old.
Too old? You're telling me that not that old.
Generations was 11 years old at the time that this game came out.
That's not that old.
For us, because we're nerds and we're used to playing older games, obviously not. But to the layman, you know, the casual player, they're not going to dig up a 360 just to play Sonic Generations. They're not. They're just not going to do it.
It's worth it.
For us, okay? That's the thing. It's why I'm still baffled that the 06 mandates are still in place. You know how many people have never played 06, yet they bash 06? More people than actually played 06 bash 06.
Huh.
Okay? It's gotten to a point where all these young bloods are out here criticizing 06, talking like they were there, and then I find out they never fucking played the game. So many people never played Secret Rings, they never played Black Knight, none of that. There's an entire chunk of Sonic players that started either with Frontiers or the movie. And I'm not talking about the OVA, no, I'm talking the Paramount movie.
I know.
Which is crazy to me. You know that happened to me last week as well? When I went to play Yu-Gi-Oh! At the card shop. So many people have never seen the show. Many of them started in 2022. And I'm like, how? How is that possible? You are not a real person to me. That's what I thought. And same thing happens with this series. There's so many people who claim to like Sonic never played Sonic 1.
I mean, I haven't.
Yeah, but you're not a diehard.
Right.
I mean, people who claim to be like diehard Sonic fans, lifelong fans, never even played Sonic 1. Okay, that's the thing. It's like, how come they hate 06? Even though most of the people never played 06? Because they just heard it. That's what it is. And same goes for Unleashed, okay? You remember how many digs there were at the freaking Werehog? Even though people never played that game. The 17-year-old video game, David. Yeah. If it isn't blatantly obvious, I have a bone to pick with younger fans of this series.
Yeah, I got that.
I would not claim that I was there from the beginning, because I was not. But I've gone back to replay all the old stuff to see what I missed out on. And I get it, okay? I understand why so many people say that the adventure era is the best era. I don't think it is the best era, but I can see the argument. That era of Sonic is really good. Like, really good.
Yeah. The only game I played during that era was Heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. It's so interesting to me when I talk about how Sonic used to be, and then we got all these new people talking about how Sonic should be, and they're not taking into account what it used to be, so they don't actually know what happened. It's like when I was watching the streamers for Yu-Gi-Oh! The Early Days collection, which came out yesterday at the time of recording.
Right.
So many of the people in those live streams have never watched the anime, never read the manga, including the live streamer themselves, and they talk all this shit about old Yu-Gi-Oh! Not realizing that it was basically a different game.
Oh yeah, I was seeing that for some people who reacted to it.
They were like, "Where's the combos? Where's the..."
Like, what is he doing? That makes no sense.
Dude, I saw in somebody's live stream, in the chat, one of the guys was like, "So is Tier Limits in this game yet or not?" Like,
Oh my god.
like, holy shit, how young are you? Actually, how young are you? You know?
I know, but I don't know how.
I flipped my shit at that. Or the, what is Death Tea? Like, what do you mean, what is Death Tea? That's where Yugi and Kaiba had their showdown. Like, really?
Yeah.
But that was, that one comment did piss me off. Is Tier Limits in this game yet? Like, excuse me? This game that takes place in 2005 totally has a 2022 archetype. Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Or when the guy was like, "Oh, Dungeon Dice Monsters, I always heard about this, that it's cool." And it's like, "Yeah, I saw the anime and whatever." And then someone said, "What's a summon crest?" Like, didn't you watch the anime or read the manga? What do you mean you don't know what a summon crest is? Do you know what a movement crest is? An attack crest? A magic crest? Do you know how much health you have in Dungeon Dice Monsters? It's 3. Ugh. It's stuff like that. It makes me realize fans of these series now are not the same people. Like when I talk about Sonic to people and they're like, "What? This happened in Sonic?" You know how many people didn't know Shadow used to have a gun? Do you?
Huh?
Do you know how many people didn't know Shadow used to have a gun?
How many? A lot, I'm guessing?
A lot. There were people who, when they saw the Sonic trailers, like, they gave a character a gun? That's crazy. Why would they do that? Isn't this a kid series? I was like, oh my god, they don't know the history, man. They don't know the history at all.
Really not, no.
Same thing happened to me when I was at the Yu-Gi-Oh shop to play. It's like, how come the White Forest card doesn't search the White Forest card? And I say, oh, it's because of the lore. And then I tell him it's the same reason why Flamvell Magician powers up Ally of Justice monsters and not Flamvell monsters. And then the shopkeeper told me, you just referenced something from 15 years ago. None of these guys are going to know what you're talking about. And I said to myself, has it really been 15 years? And then I realized, we're in 2025. It has been 15 years since 2010. Where did the freaking time go?
Huh.
You're laughing?
No, because I'm a bit laughing because I'm remembering how my Ghost fight went. This is an interesting boss.
Oh.
Well, you don't fight directly, you just gotta chase it down and do the side pass.
Well, okay. I mean, what do you think about, for something that's gone on for longer than 20 years, what do you think about the dichotomy that exists between new fans and old fans?
I mean, there's definitely a clear difference. Like you said, it's very obvious that some things new fans that just don't know how things used to be, even though they claim they do. It's just what you said.
When I told someone that Magic Cylinder used to be limited, they thought I was out of my mind.
I would believe that.
To be fair, David, when we were in high school, Magic Cylinder was still limited.
I guess, yeah. I would believe why it would be. I mean, look, it negates the fact they just do them back to you. It's crazy.
And it gets an attack, yeah, and then just burns you. Yeah, exactly. That's broken back then. But people are like, nah, that's a -1. That shit sucks. I'm like, okay, dude. Clearly, you weren't back there. Back in the day, that shit was different.
Right, exactly.
It's like, you know how many Dragon Ball fans never watch Dragon Ball or Z? They only watch Super. Crazy.
Oh, I already know. I already know a lot of those.
Criminal. Actually criminal.
Mine.
Huh?
What?
What'd you say? You said mine?
Yes, mine. Like the one you just ran into.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was bothering me. Somebody pulls up on early days collection, plays Eternal Duelist Soul, and is like, yo, this shit's kind of boring. You're only doing like 3 things a turn.
Huh. That's how it used to be, people.
Like, what did you expect? Did you expect to go full Goki combo and rip someone's hand out before they even got a turn? No. No. It's like, I was looking forward to playing in an era before Yu-Gi-Oh! Players were men of many sins. Okay? Don't get me wrong, we were still sinners back in those days. But we didn't have as many sins as we do today. You know what I mean when I say that Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are men of many sins?
No, I don't.
When you play Yu-Gi-Oh! With someone, you do the most disrespectful shit of all time to them.
Oh, like you.
Well, I mean, everyone, really. Everyone was full Goki combo, rip the opponent's hand before they even get a turn. We were slash draw FTKing people, not letting them play a single turn, burning for 8,000 with Cannon Soldier and Firewall Dragon, oh my god. Skipping their turn with the world. Oh shit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are men of many sins, but back in that era, the biggest sin you could do was draw Exodia.
Oh god.
Man.
You can just hold your parry long?
You can hold your parry for 15 seconds. Guess how long the jump rope is?
13 seconds?
15 seconds.
Ow.
At least with the other characters, you have to keep re-establishing the parry, because their parry is shorter. But that is kind of broken that you can do that.
Yeah, it is.
Honestly, I think this game would have been better without a parry.
I don't know, maybe, I guess.
Oh, also, random fun fact. My Final Horizon playthrough is longer than the entire base game playthrough.
Oh, wow. That's surprising.
Yeah. You know, looking at the rain now, the rain does not look good in this game.
Yeah, it could look better.
Yeah. It's a damn shame. But what are we gonna do, right?
Right.
Exactly. No, seriously, what is going on with my frames in this playthrough? And I realized my mistake.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, it's fine. Anyways, I just vented. David, do you have any frustrations with modern fans of old series that you used to like?
Not really, no. We're kind of on good terms with most of the fan bases of things I like. Yeah, I can't really think of any problems that I've had.
So you don't ever encounter people who claim to be lifelong fans and then they find out they only started recently?
No, I do not.
Lucky you. Lucky you. See, this is why I respect TGS Anime. That guy, I know, has watched every Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode, and he's read the mangas, and he's analyzed all the duels. So when he played the early days collection, his playthrough was sick, because he understood that he wasn't going to be committing war crimes against people. That was my favorite description of Yu-Gi-Oh from the VTubers, where someone described Yu-Gi-Oh as just you and your opponent committing war crimes against each other.
So funny.
I mean, modern Yu-Gi-Oh really does be like that, though.
Yep.
Yep. I fucking Zoo comboed into Norden to draw 5 cards. That was actually a war crime. Okay, Zoo combo was actually unfair. And lucky for us, Dave, when we did progression, we didn't have Zoo at full power because we used the modern ban list. If we actually got to use Zoo at the height of their power, that would be unwatchable, actually. That playthrough would have probably been unwatchable. Also, during 2022, I remember Tier Limits won the no ban list tournament. And during that no ban list tournament, the Tier Limit deck was so strong that they were side decking Maxi and they weren't even playing Pot of Greed. What do you think of that?
Accurate. I've never seen that coming from you.
But don't you think that's insane that Tier is so strong they're not even playing 3 Pot of Greed and they're siding the Maxi? Don't you think that's a bit ridiculous?
Yeah.
Alright then, David, your turn. Carry the conversation. What do we do?
Okay, think. Frank, think. Come on.
You can't.
No, I can't tell you. Let's talk about. What do you thought compared to these map Monkey Paul compared to the short? Oh, wait, you know, play with about. I can't ask you those.
I played it.
I
You didn't
played
like it.
I played the Kingdom.
You know I played Tears of the Kingdom, but you also know I didn't like that game either.
Okay, but boy, what I'm trying to say, which would you say has better puzzles?
I'm gonna go with Breath of
This
the
game-
Wild simply because... Oh, between this game and Breath of the Wild? This game!
Well,
This game, 100%! Because you can't cheat the puzzles, you actually have to do the puzzles.
Okay, and
Now, if you told me, does this game have better puzzles than Ocarina of Time, I would say you're a liar. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask have way better puzzles. Like,
True,
way
it does.
better. That's partially why I damn near fell asleep in God of War Ragnarok. Those puzzles are actually freaking brain dead. Okay, a freaking 5-year-old could do them. In a rated M video game.
right.
Hey look, it's this puzzle that you got stuck on.
Oh god.
Yep. I do like the 06 reference.
Well, what reference?
The go through the rings in the order. That's from 06. Those missions are from 06.
I guess.
I'm trying to figure out what are the craziest references of all time. Oh, the fact that it's canon that Sonic meets the ghost of the Three Musketeers in Soliana.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a side quest in Sonic 06 where you have to complete the quest of the Three Musketeers.
Huh. That would be interesting. But that's an interesting one.
It's a shame that they don't do anything in the plot. They're just a random side quest because you get it. Haha, Italy.
Oh yeah.
Man, Orano's had some great platforming. You know?
Yeah.
I just wish they could have done better. Okay, watch this race to that location. Whee!
Oh my god.
You see how strong this spin dash is?
Yeah.
This is the best spin dash they've ever given us in any Sonic game. I will stand by that. Not even the Adventure 1 spin dash is this good.
No, let's hope the next the next game will have it like this.
I love the broken spin dash. It makes going to and fro locations so fun. And it doesn't waste your time. Trying to play this game without the spin dash is unhinged now. I don't know how I did it before. Well, the answer is it didn't exist yet, so, you know, I made do with what I had. But now that I have the spin dash, I don't think I can go back. Because did you know that the spin dash was added in Update 2?
What?
The spin dash was added in Update 2.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't in the base game.
Huh, did not know that. Of course, when I used it a couple of times in my playthrough.
You used it in Final Horizon, which is Update 3. Aw, yeah. And we got a key. Cool. If it isn't obvious, this is a gameplay episode, so we actually have to keep talking.
Yeah, I know.
Finding things to talk about. I mean, the problem is, Oranos Island is not as cool looking as Chaos Island.
Yeah, it's literally just a repeat of Chronos.
Which we already just did a repeat of in Rhea.
Yeah, exactly. Everything in Chaos were much more interesting.
This is stuff like this, right? This could have been a masterpiece Sonic game. But the lack of time and budget shows. And it shows hard.
Agreed.
It's like, damn. Like, the thing with Shadow Gens and Crossworlds, those games were limited by game design, not the budget.
Right.
What were we gonna say?
Yeah. I still can't get over how much Sonic can do.
In this game, right? This is probably the strongest Sonic in terms of gameplay.
Right. Although, somehow he's still scared of water.
Well, that's just because Yuji Naka didn't know that hedgehogs could swim.
Yeah, I know. Apparently Shadow can, though.
Yeah.
Oh, what just happened?
Oh, that's my computer bugging out. Don't worry about that.
Okay. I thought it was into the void.
No, the void. They got rid of the void in Sonic Shuffle. You can't tell if I'm being serious or not, can you?
No, I can't.
I'm being serious, by the way. There's a character called Void. They got rid of him.
Huh.
Yeah. Although it was so funny having Void's existential breakdown happen throughout the course of a party game. If that's what it really is,
I forgot Sonic had a party game.
then why was I even born? As you're playing Sonic Shuffle.
Interesting.
And then Tails gives him a pep talk. It's like, Void, when I'm feeling down and can't go on, you know what I do? I think about all my friends. Like, Tails,
Wow.
What are you on about? You are 8
When did
years
it become?
old.
When did it become Sonic Adventure? Sonic the Hedgehog Adventure.
Adventures of Sonic?
Yeah.
Sad AM, right?
No, Saturday AM. Yeah. Actually, I think Saturday AM.
No, Adventure Sonic the Hedgehog was the one with Scratch and Counter, right?
Yeah, I think so. What was the one with the more serious Robotnik?
That was Sad AM. Adventure
Okay,
Sonic
yeah.
the Hedgehog was a comedy.
Okay, yeah, I'm talking about Adventure Sonic the Hedgehog. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about with Tails saying that kind of stuff.
It's like, what happened in this playthrough, guys?
I have no idea. Oh, God, man.
Man.
Oh boy.
I miss this. I miss some of the 2000s and 90s era of Sonic, man. They had such cool games, man. And it really was just limited by the technology of their time. Whereas here, they're not limited by the technology of their time. They're limited by budget and shit.
Right.
Like, it is crazy to me that only 60 people worked on this game.
Only 60?
Yeah. This is probably one of the smallest AAA studios of all time.
That's actually insane.
Mario Odyssey had over 1,000 people working on it.
I never played Odyssey.
You should. It's pretty good. It's not as good as Galaxy, but it's pretty good.
I never played Galaxy either.
You should do that. Galaxy is phenomenal. What happened? Why did I go through the rings?
I have no idea. But
Because that's the thing about Mario, right? Mario, whenever they come out with a new game, it's always something incredible. Like, genuinely. Every time I buy a Mario game, even though Mario's not my favorite platformer, not even my favorite franchise, I know that I am guaranteed to have a good time. Why? Because it says Super Mario on it.
Huh. Okay.
That's the problem with games like Sonic. You're not always guaranteed a good time.
That's true, I guess. Anyway, here's something I do want to ask. Something that we haven't talked about yet. What are your thoughts about the upcoming Minecraft movie?
Dude, I'm not gonna see that shit. There's no... You cannot pay me to watch that shit.
I don't know what to say about it. I mean, the first teaser looked horrible. I mean, everything after that, it seemed to be getting better, but I still don't know how to feel about it.
Look, if you want me to go to that movie, you better fucking pay some fucking hooker to blow me or something.
Oh, no.
Okay. You're right, I don't want syphilis. Thank you for looking out for me, my friend.
I just confused on a lot of things. Like, one, Jack Black as Steve?
That
Really?
made no sense to me.
What?
That choice makes no sense to me.
Well, I mean, yeah, I get it worked with Mario movie, like, you don't imagine that Chris Pratt as Mario or Jack Black as Bowser, but at least they made it work because they're animated. Here?
You see
No,
it?
yeah, and oh my god, have you seen the toys that have been leaked already?
No, I haven't.
No, oh my god, they look awful. They're awful. They look horrifying. What kid would want to get a Steve toy from a Minecraft movie?
I don't want to see it.
It's yeah, you shouldn't. It's very terrifying depicting of Jack Black.
Okay, you see what I mean? You cannot pay me to see this shit.
I mean, I probably am gonna see it because I'm interested, but I don't know how. I don't think it's gonna be good.
Don't give them your money, David. Just watch it off the internet like everyone else. Hello?
I'm still here.
Okay.
I just don't know why why they did the live action.
I don't know why there's a Minecraft movie at all.
I mean, by that logic, why the FNAF movie? Why the Sonic movie?
Well,
Why the Mario movie?
At least there's a story there.
I mean, to be fair, there is a story in Minecraft too. There's actually lore.
Yeah, but what I mean is like, when I tell someone the story of Sonic, there are certain events that I'm going to tell. When I tell someone the story of Mario, there are certain events that I'm going to tell. Everyone knows that there's a story to FNAF, and it's a crazy good story. But
Yeah.
if you were to meet someone and talk about Minecraft, would anybody ever ask you about the story of Minecraft who isn't already deep into the series?
Probably not.
That's what I mean. Who is this movie for? It's not for the diehard Minecraft fans. They were laughing at it. It's not for the casual audience because that shit, no way that anyone looks at that and is like, oh, this is gonna be fire. It's not for little kids because even little kids on TikTok were clowning on this thing. How do I know this? Because my cousin has TikTok and he showed me.
I have no idea why they were making the movie to begin with.
This movie does not need to exist.
Apparently, there's still gonna be a B plot of a villager coming to the real world and falling in love with a girl.
Why? Why
don't
does that
know.
need to be there?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either. Man, I love this game. Sonic Frontiers is such a good game, but holy shit. This is why we don't do a Breath of the Wild commentary, by the way, because we would run out of things to talk about.
Right. Then the Mirror Puzzle. This is a fun one.
Yeah. It is a fun one. This is the same thing they make you do in Spider-Man 2, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Spider-Man 2 is a really good game. Oh, wait. I wonder when we get news of Spider-Man 3 for PlayStation.
Okay, I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I think Spider-Man 1 was the better game.
By
By a lot. By a lot.
It's a moderate take. People say that too. Like, I think there's definitely some choices in Spider-Man 1 I would prefer over Spider-Man 2. But I still think 2 is a good game.
Okay.
But we're really hoping that they will blow everything out of the way. Spider-Man 3 has a lot of potential because the Green Goblin definitely going to be there. We have Silk, and they left off with a huge cliffhanger with Carnage.
True. Did you hear that they canceled a Wonder Woman game?
Yes, I heard. Warner Brothers I have no idea what they're thinking when it comes to the gaming.
The problem with those games, they're so expensive, and I doubt they sell enough.
But don't sell enough because Warner Brothers does things horribly. First, there was the tragedy that was multiverses. Like, I don't know if you know about it. Multiverses was up for a bit, then it was crash. Then they brought it back again, only for it to crash out again because it just did not go well at all. And then there was Suicide Squad: Killer Justice League.
That game was ass. I cannot defend.
Yes, it was. No, don't make me defend that. The game was just awful.
That game.
It did a lot of things wrong. It also apparently. I don't know why they had to send the Arkhamverse. Just why.
You know what pisses me off about that particularly? I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority. I actually like the Suicide Squad movies, so I was actually looking forward to that.
I only ever saw the first one. Never saw the second Suicide Squad movie.
I'm probably in the minority because I remember people hated on that, but me personally, I liked those movies.
I saw the first one, and I thought it was okay.
So I was kind of mad because I was like, "Damn it, dude!"
Hey, you're not the only one. I'm sure a lot of people would have loved a Suicide Squad game.
Like one that was good though. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. And look, the one thing great I can think of is like they did say that they're bringing back the Batman Beyond game, which that is a small hope. That's one thing I'm hoping for.
Oh, that's the future Batman stuff, right?
Yeah, Batman Beyond, which is it's awesome. But God, why did it cancel Wonder Woman? Like Warner Brothers, what the hell are you doing? Do you just hate money?
No. I think that they canceled it because I don't think they thought it would sell well.
It's a Wonder Woman game. Of course it would have sold well. People want a Wonder Woman game.
But do you think it would sell well? Like, let's put it this way, David. Spider-Man 2, a game that was received well, and you would think sold really well, they haven't made back their budget yet. They did not break even on that game. They lost money.
Okay, what does that have to do with Wonder Woman?
What I'm telling you is that these superhero games nowadays are so freaking expensive to make that they need to sell an ungodly amount of copies just to make their money back. And they're not doing it. So I can see why they canceled a Wonder Woman game. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League lost money as well. Okay.
Because they did it horribly.
Okay, and Spider-Man was done well and they still lost money. Okay, these games are coming out with these budgets that are so huge, there's no way to do it. Spider-Man 2, I believe, was $350 million to make. If they're selling the game for 70 a pop, how many copies do they have to sell to make their money back? Not even for profit. How many?
300 million.
350 million.
What?
350 million copies.
No, just said 300 million. Just said 300 million.
Okay, 300 million. How many copies do you need to sell?
Okay, divided by 70. They would need to sell 4,285,714 copies.
Okay, that's just to break even on the game and production costs. Now, how much, if we factor in marketing costs, paying the actual wages of the employees, the time lost making the game, because those games take years to make, how much? It's not feasible. Okay? Not even Red and Green Pokemon sold that well.
Huh. Okay, what is it? What was ever the best selling video game?
Minecraft. 300 million copies. Second place is GTA 5.
Minecraft, GTA 5, Wii Sports.
Yeah, Wii Sports is one of the biggest sellers of all time. I think every motherfucker had Wii Sports. I had Wii Sports.
I mean, Wii Sports came with the Wii.
True. That is also true.
Yeah, so...
But...
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, PUBG Battlegrounds, Red Dead Redemption 2, Oregon Trail, Terraria, the original Super Mario Brothers, Human Fall Flat. Whoa, what? Overwatch, really?
Yeah, Overwatch is huge. I may not like it, but even I respect how big it is.
8, 9, 10.
Did you see how fast I did that platforming challenge?
Yeah, and crazy, wow. I'm not the prize anymore because you clearly I'm Master Sonic. I'm not really surprised anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Apparently Overwatch is tied with Witcher 3 for 11th place.
I could see that. Okay.
We'll see how that goes now, considering
Like,
well, see how it goes now. Overwatch 2 has been kind of decreasing it, but it's been getting better lately.
but the thing is,
Marvel Rivals really hadn't to step up their game again.
that's true. What I'm saying is, those games made back their budget, but look at it, they're in the top best game sales of all time.
Right.
Okay, that's the issue with something like Spider-Man 2. Same issue with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Same issue with the Wonder Woman game that got canceled. It doesn't matter how good it is. It's not gonna make back the money. It's not feasible.
At this point, you're just basically saying they shouldn't bother with games in the first place.
I'm not saying they shouldn't bother with games in the first place, but they need to fix their freaking budgeting. Whoever's in charge of managing how much these games cost to make is not doing a good job. Okay? Back in the 360, PlayStation 3 era, games were not as expensive to make. And as such, they could sell less copies and make their money back. And they didn't take as much time either. Same goes for PS2, same goes for GameCube, same goes for N64, SNES, whatever. Okay? So those games always made their money back. Not always, there were some bad games, yeah.
I blame inflation.
It's not just inflation though. Some of these games are so expensive because there's no organization going on. There's no planning. It's like Alan Wake 2, nominated for Game of the Year. Alan Wake 2 has some of the most nominations of all time. Not the most, that's still Ocarina of Time. Alan Wake 2 promoted in more award shows than anything else. They still haven't made back their money.
I never heard of Alan Wake at all.
That's the problem. And well, in that case, it's a completely different problem. One of the most marketed games of all time. You never heard of it.
There you go.
Like Sonic Frontiers, for example, they made their money back because their budget wasn't through the roof. And you can tell because there's a lot of cut corners, there's a lot of unfinished things in the game. So it's give and take.
Right.
Now, some things did not deserve the sales they got, okay? Never forget that 06 got platinum hits.
Oh wow, that's the first thing I ever heard you say anything negative about 06.
Well, because look, I'm not stupid. I love the game, but I don't understand how it made platinum hits. Because the layman, the general marketing, the general audience, did not like the game. So what the hell happened?
Who knows?
Okay, it's a different thing. It's a different time.
Yeah, I guess. Anyways,
It's like Final Fantasy. Like, they make some of the coolest RPGs of all time. They're always selling below expectations. Why?
I still get to play a Final Fantasy game, and yeah, I know PS Plus does have the Final Fantasy 7 remake. I know the PS Plus has that, so I could give it a try. I just haven't gone around to it.
See, here's the thing, right? I'm inclined to recommend Remake to you because it's modern, it has quality of life, it looks better, there's better presentation, there's voice acting and whatever. But 7 Original is just a better game. Yeah, it doesn't look as good, it looks ugly as piss, it's a PS1 game, I get it.
Hey, yeah, I seen how it looks.
And that's my issue, it's like, I can't recommend you old stuff anyways because I don't think you would be willing to jump into it as easily.
I don't know, maybe, I might.
Maybe.
If you ask me to play the original Crash Bandicoot game, I definitely would.
True, but you are already a fan of Crash Bandicoot, that's the difference.
Fair enough.
Anyhow, gentlemen, that's the end of this episode. Have a nice day.